Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian, back with you for our Monday wrap, keeping Newcastle investors up to date on what's happening in the current rental market. Tips, tricks, strategies to maximise your return on your investment. As always, the lovely. if you watch our regular Monday wraps, you'll get that joke. Nicole joins us, our investor consultant. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Case. How was your weekend?
Yeah, good. I had a wedding. Just full of love.
Oh, how nice.
What's happening this week?
So this week we actually had 7 properties leased. So in the last 7 days. So busy week for the team again, and they had 99 applications like across the board that they were processing through for those. So yeah, they've been working hard. Yeah,
no inspections on Saturday because we had everything leased. We've got a couple of properties that are just hit online today that we've got first inspections for this week, but at the moment we're back down to, I think it's 3 properties for lease, so not a lot of stock available, considering there was one stage there, was it last week?
10?
That we got up to 10, and I think even the week before, I think we had, or that couple of days later before that, there was about 12 or 15 there. So we've had really busy leasing over the last 2 weeks.
So I'll do my best over the next couple of weeks to get those up.
Can you? Yeah.
The team will love
Bring some more properties in. This week we saw the Residential Tenancies Amendment, Tenant Protections and Flood Response Bill released. So what is it? What does it mean for us as a landlord? Because yeah, we're landlords too. For you guys as landlords as well. There's some big changes. So there's some big changes around the recent floods in northern New South Wales and Sydney, but there's more controversial and significant changes coming around termination of tenancy. So removal of the no grounds termination. So what that means is to have a tenant vacate from your property, or for you to terminate a tenancy, you either need to be moving into the property, or a family member moving into the property, or significant renovations on the property. That's massive. And there's fines around that if you breach that legislation, which add up to about $11,000. So, wow.
Yeah, that's a big change, isn't it?
What happens if you have a bad tenant? Sometimes people use 90-day grounds notice as the easy exit for bad tenants. Pure and simple. It is what it is. Let's be honest. So you have a bad tenant and you have to then go to tribunal and tribunal and tribunal. Imagine how much tribunal is going to be clogged up.
There's going to be a bit of a backlog, like if it goes down that process.
Restrictions on termination at the end of lease, introductions of restrictions and a cap on rent increases. We've kind of seen that already, that we can only increase rent once every 12 months. Landlords to be responsible for keeping the premises free of mould. Mould's a hard one because sometimes it can be caused through tenant lack of ventilation, let's be honest. But on the other hand, it can be because there's a roof leak and it's not known and it's creating mould and rising damp, all different types of things for mould. It's a really tricky one in property management. But yeah, a landlord's responsibility, so they're completely responsible for it. And then it comes back also to landlords will be required to ensure properties have adequate waterproofing. Given the subjective nature of this, they're not trades. We're not trades as property managers. Don't understand how that one's actually, we're not licensed, qualified, or experienced.
And we're not there to
be able to
problem or the issue is.
No.
We can't rectify it. We can't say that's what's happening.
No. So this is the proposed bill. I will leave a copy in today's video for you to have a look at. REI New South Wales are putting together a submission in relation to this bill. We're working on that through our property management chapter at the moment. But we also are seeking you to talk direct with your member. So If you can reach out to your local or state members to voice your concern on these proposed changes. We need to make note that it's not good, that it's just not right.
I think we're in a bit of like taken back from it as well. You
blown away by the fact that, so the way I read it is the 30-day notice will go to 90. So your 30-day and a fixed term notice will actually go to 90. So 90 days to get a tenant out of a property, no matter what, minimum notice period. But not to be able to get a tenant out because you want to.
You know what
I feel like you're taking away the right to your property.
I think COVID is a little bit different situation. Like when we're looking back,
like
we experienced lots of changes, like legislation changes through that. So, and now we're coming through those, proposed changes.
I'm all for protecting a tenant and protecting a landlord, but I think it's just taking the right of a landlord away, and I don't agree with it. Putting it out there, I just don't agree with it. But those documents will be in the notes below on our Monday wrap, so check them out, have a look at it, and definitely voice your opinion. That's us for this week. That's some big hitters. Big hitting topics we're bringing to you, but if you've got any questions in relation to your investment property, if you have any questions, if we can help in any way, shape or form, take to give us a call here. I'm Casey Healey, Director at Central 21, Novocastrian.
And I'm Nicole Hoare, Investor Consultant within our team.
We'll talk with you soon.
Bye.
Bye.